So the players recover from a broken heart or crash in the heart, separation due to intercepting people, now awakened and aware. The Page of Swords reversed no longer responds to passionate encounters from the Nine of Cups upright, or fire signs disappointment not being able to get a rise from self-satisfied King of Swords upright, offering their time, money, and effort to what gets them excited at the new moon 717 without tools to resolve the inequity or deal with manipulative scammer who drains their energy, or Gemini or Virgo reversed and Leo reversed, performing, juggling, a balancing act without choice, coming clean in a divorce or a break from home with the King of Cups reversed, or coming clean about spiritual union to the King of Cups reversed, unable to sleep until they wake up to the sudden event, epiphany, or to seeing, the sexual exchange, or the Aquarius reversed and Scorpio upright, working to align with the Six of Cups upright, or their destiny, or Scorpio and Libra, but Libra is surrendering to Hermit or Virgo upright, one with the sword and one with the light on, assessing value with or for dependent King of Wands reversed and Nine of Pentacles reversed. And is it worth their 7 Pentacles to spend 9 Pentacles on the King of Wands reversed, or can the seven Pentacles support a spendy dependent and the King of Wands reversed, with the Queen of Swords upright, which also could be a lawyer, facing the Five of Swords or facing their fears, as the Eight of Swords upright is the imprisoned energy of the King of Pentacles of justice system, a judge or Libra with the Ten of Cups reversed, unhappy family or ending an emotional cycle, to celebrate and detox after perhaps, letting go to fix or make amends and dump a load or drop their burdens, responsibilities, perhaps retire and or confess, trying to take the high ground, but we're taken down to the ground to get out of the rain in a painful ending. The Five of Cups reversed, getting over it, with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, being stubborn, stuck, or unable to function, or unwilling to work, one-to-one with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords reversed, or who lashes out at Pisces, divine feminine, neighbors, or the whole world, or has to hold their tongue, and then perhaps with issues at work with the Emperor, always looking at them, and the Emperor star of the Ten of Pentacles, family, business, or community of wealth, or with them present, and or a gift from the stars, or the Emperor's dreaming up a gift, or deciding what to wear to a party at 138, the Magician or masculine and the Queen of Cups energy of Mary Magdalene. So the Five of Wands is upright here, present and accounted for, on a quest to fight for love, no matter how many exchanges it takes, or how many near-death experiences. The Chariot reversed in energetic exchange with the Death card reversed, or Cancer and Scorpio, both reversed energies, or perhaps it's just in their charts. Finding peace away and within, with good news for the Page of Cups, so they can tell their truth. To the lover, Queen of Pentacles reversed, who's knocked off their balance by the news, as the Page of Pentacles upright, with an opportunity that stresses out the High Priestess reversed and Empress reversed, which could be a mother or a grandmother and their sister, or sisters in lack or without sleep, or news of labor, or a visiting nurse that now has to be there. Gemini upright, Pisces reversed, or Virgo reversed, and Taurus reversed, with dreams of the Queen of Cups reversed, or unsure whether or not to invite the Queen of Cups reversed. At 144 is the Fool, the Knight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups all upright here. The Queen of Cups reversed, with the Fool freed by them, and so the Knight of Cups offers some love in hopes of the Ace of Cups in return, the big love, the Holy Grail, and the Hand of God, presenting the impossible dream, so that the Knight of Cups at 146, the inner children, can deposit their holy, calm union. So, just something really quick about 22, 33, and 44 in the numerology book, The Divine Triangle. 22, 33, and 44 are considered the power numbers. They require twice as much from you, but you get twice as much from them in return. And Indigo Angel brought those 3 numbers up regarding the ley lines. So check her video out if you're interested in that. Again, the 22nd, 11, 22, 33, and 44 degree ley lines. So check that out. All right, so this one is from today. Is this the right one? Yeah. All right. So we have the, again, the Fortune's Oracle. Then we have the Journey of Love. We have the Metatron deck, the Wild Unknown Guidebook, and then my Rider-Waite deck at the bottom there. And that's not the right one. I showed you that one. The one from today. I think I just showed them two in the wrong order. Yeah, this is the, I'm sorry, this is the one from today. That's the one I'm doing now. All right, so Fortune's Oracle, Shaman Dreams, the Energy deck, and then Nature's Whispers at the bottom there. So again, this is from today, July 23rd. It starts at 10:23 and finishes at 32. So again, the 23 of this year, the King of Wands, and then 32 of the Journey, which reflects 23. 23 was the Fortune's Oracle, then 29 was the Shaman deck, that's the 3 of Wands. 31 is the 5 of Wands for the Energy deck, and 32 is the 6 of Wands for Nature's Whispers. The cards at the end of the decks came out 1162 and 3172, aligning with release of 3 stars and the higher self, or the Empress star and the Queen. Justice, which is truth and balance, an alignment of lovers. 2, the 3 of the flying leap. The King of Wands, 23, 2-3, and 2023, fly to number 4, the Lambda or Lambda Father leap, B4, which is 13/4, the 72, the 4 of Pentacles, the Divine Masculine's heart that reflects the 27 of the Queen's Gambit. The Tibetan, so I did a little bit of meditation back here too. And I was getting the Tibetan Prince Child takes the crown as the, is it the Homo Nogili? I can't remember the name of the human. It's not a human, the caves in South Africa that I was just talking about. But I was getting those energy, right, Tibetan Prince Child energy, along with these Homo Nagilis, I think it's Nagili, I can't even remember the name. And then Scooby-Doo as well. So, and again, that dolphin kind of looked like Scooby-Doo too, all proud. You know how Scooby always puffs their chest out, and on steroids. Another avenue of human having to walk, another avenue of human having walked around the storm. So they were telling me that this non-human was one who learned to walk around the storm and not through it. The Magician's Tower to fly, the King of Wands to take off, B4, starting again, the key to the Queen's heart, to the 7-2 of the Divine Masculine's heart, she his heart and he hers. The 317 came up, and I'm just going to list everything that came up with 317. Robert, Aphrodite, light bearer, keeping the faith, or keep the faith, bridegroom, scapegoat, clandestine, gross, demolition, Antares, bloodline of God, sparkling, Georgia Maloney, blue, Cassandra, the Sabbath, come in me, ghost, code, tickets, 899, I was getting 2 tickets to paradise with that, guacamole, the miracle of, slug, fuchsia, Morse code, God speaks, bartender, let life bloom, at least, Klipoth, and the letter G, which was actually written vertical, which all the others were written horizontally, which was weird. So the letter G came up with its numbers, and then acceleration, Moorish, so again the Moor people, and the elders came up with 317. 116 also came up as Babylon, Damar, D-A-M-A-R, and I was getting Poseidon with that. And then I was getting cheese and cake, so cheesecake came up. Girl, seal, alone, take, Moleki, feel, ping, flat, Alfred, Elsa, E-L-S-A, and Elsie had come up yesterday. I am Michael. Gambling, tech, cannibal, sale, drama, Chet, Enike Meia. So Eneekemai and then EA. Leona, impeach. Mobile, maple, salad, flare, and bite came up for 116. And I added the two numbers, which was 433, which was Ethereum, Hunter, and to the moon. And Gale, and all these came up. The two different spellings of Gale came up the other day. I gave that to you. But Ethereum, Hunter, to the moon, Gale, Gregorian calendar, Kushner, depression, Homo sapiens, court, which was coming up as co-u root, the Lord's name, solar eclipse, Grateful Dead, and nuclear bomb, but it was coming up as nuclear bomb, which is the transition of big and little with the ohm in the middle. The common sense, I was just seeing something. I was moving my hand, but I was getting that something in my peripheral vision, so take notice of what you're seeing in your periphery. Common sense, the queen, again, the queen to the nth degree, the egg cracked open at conception, the Holy Grail, of two eggs, energetic exchange, and Jesus. Amaya also came up as Amaya, and Triskelion, which was coming up as Try the skeleton key of the wild unknown. 3 S keys, L, lion, the skeleton connection, and SK, which means so-called, or scythe, to skip and wipe. And poop was coming up with the wipe as well. But the flat top was coming up, so the flat top mounts are coming up everywhere. And again, that energy of the egg top cut off. And Bam Bam and Pebbles was coming up. And Bam Bam is, capital B is that 13 of transition, and then am. So 13 am, transition I am, and then the pi with the key or the boomerang, the gamma ray. The 7 to 13 suns were coming up there. The shift of turning the page, the wick and the blue lake, right? The lady of the blue lake. BLE is also wick, blue lake, to turn the page or shift or sift through. We have just begun to live. Again, then white lace and promises. So the carpenter's coming up there. So I turn the page and all of these dates are coming up with the 7 2s. So today's date is 7/23/2023. So that date came up as significant with 7. So all the 2027 is coming up as really significant. 2/7/2027, 2/27/2027, 7/2/2027, and February 7th as well, 2027, 7/20/2/27, yeah. So all of these different numbers were coming up. And again, the energy, remember this little square right here that I wrote here, all right? So pi, and then this is that energy of the Q is 2, this is 7, and this is 2, and then this is 7, and this is 2. So it's, again, the energy of 72 and 27 together brings in that energy of the swastika. See that square right there of the lines? But it's then combining it with the one on the corner of the feminine and then looping it around here. The Queen's Gambit, which was then bringing up all of the 9s, right? 7, 2, and 2, 7 are 9s. The Queen's Gambit and Chi, which is 18, which is a 9, and then Pi, which came up with the 45 as well, which is another 9. So the 9s were coming up because the number 9 is I am, but it also equals 9, I. And then 18 comes up as Chi, right? It's the 2 Hebrew alphabet letters. The 8 and the 10 is Chi, which is the energy of life. And then we have the 27, which was coming up as QI, right? The 2 of the Q and the boomerang energy of I. So they're all like I's. The 9, it's not. They're all 9s. 9 is I. So it's I, Chi with the CHAI, and then QI is 27. 36 comes up as the bird's spiraling eye, or the CI. The 45 was coming up as the lambdi, D apostrophe EI, or AEI, as the lambda leap, but into that I of the 27-9, which also can be spelled as K apostrophe EI. That's the 45. The 54 was coming up as the SK, the K that comes from the number 4. So if you move the L and the 4 over to the other side, it becomes a K. And SK, remember, came up earlier as that so-called scythe, or to skip or wipe. But again, that energy of the flat top mountains coming up again, and the angling here. And again, was coming up, this taking part of the circle and making it flattened off. And again, like a roof, becomes then a point instead of a circle. Creating a point with the Page of Swords, which the Page of Swords would do that, make a point. The SKI then reflects the K apostrophe EI, and then the number 63 was coming up as the 698 pod without the other egg inside of it. The wandering I, and that comes up as the OI, with the Mercedes symbol though, the Y inside the O of OI. The 72 comes up as PGQI, right? The 72 is the reverse of the Queen's Gambit 27, which is capital QI. So 72 is coming up as PGQI, right? So the PG version of QI. And then 81, the last 9, comes up as high, right? That's the end of karma around the world, but it's also the H is the rolling stone of the I. So 116, 23, 172 are the numbers that have come up. So I looked up 172 as well, which is Aaron, Sarah, iPhone, Natalia, Silence, Born, Hold On, Peaches, Idiot, Brendan, with a D-A-N, Mike Lindell, Clint, and Ariana. Closed, Bolt, and Pieces was the last one I wrote down. The alignment to spiral through the heart, to fly to source, with the 13 and the 4, B4, before leaping or beginning again. The PGQI of 72, the pawn of the Queen, which is her gambit, or her game piece. And pieces was the last word that came up in Gematria. At 1207 is the underlying energy of the 6 of the Chariot, the 2 of the Beloved, the 7 of the Community, and the 6 of the Big Picture. So the spiraling Chariot, 2 Beloved Queen, sharing the boomerang key with the Community, the communion with gratitude, lovers and family seeing the big picture. At 1, 2, 3, 4, shut the door, or 12 and 34 of the Hanging Man and the Energetic Exchange. At the Golden Gate, the Queen's Gambit 27, Route 66, and the Aqua Rose Gold Mother's Heart, and the acronym of ARGMH, which was coming up as ARG without the M in it, or ARG Max, which is the argument of the maximum, but without the axe. The M is the set points of a given argument for which a given function attains its maximum value. The fear of co-creating and falling or going into a spiral of quantum entanglement. Cinderella's Chariot with 4 unicorns, and Heart on Fire with radical acceptance at 1238, which is the Hanging Man and the Queen of Cups, which is Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Cinderella's Chariot with 4 unicorns, and Heart on Fire with radical acceptance of the group and the big picture. To the Queen sharing American Pie, which translates to I am scared inner child of oneness. The Chariots of Fire of 76, the Gamma Ray and the Spiral of the 6, the shared boomerang key of American Pie to spiral into infinity, which comes up as 6-8, which is the Page of Pentacles, or the perpetual student of life. And the 8 comes into play as soon as the 9 does. They come in together in the 698 pod. And the 8 and 9 are the H and the I, which are the rolling stone of each other. So the 9 equals I, and 6 equals F, which is digamma, or the twin flames. And the I, which is 9, and the H, which is 8, are the twin flames, that digamma energy of the rolling stone. And remember that a line isn't straight. The H is the 2 dots with an arc between. So they literally come up as the pi C symbol, right, with a line across, but also the energy of the I and what it does with the arcs. And this is the energies it becomes. It becomes the star, it becomes the Taurus, it becomes the butterfly, the dragonfly, It becomes the pie with salt, the Celtic salt, the seal of light of the inner child. Remember, the magnesium helps the salt actually get into your blood system, as opposed to table salt, which prevents it from getting in there because there's not enough magnesium, or not enough the natural elements in there. The 9 and the 8 together becomes the H and the I, the high, and the human temperature, of course, 98 degrees, healing the root to flower the crown, the rainbow tunnel or suspension bridge to come out the other end and see the arced rainbow bridge, the one that arcs up and over, the southern and northern hemispheres, the sine wave on the C-N-E 2U paths, the lovers' chariots of fire through the tower of lion's roar, leaping through the gate with a rebel yell, with the eye of the tiger, source God urgency to elevate from the 6 to the 33, which is a power number. It's elevated of a higher vibration. At 12:55, the hanging man and the truth of the white unicorn with their shadow in unity consciousness spoken into being. The lover's tower. The lover's tower, where they come out on the high ground to speak their truth to the masses, as the eagle soars to spread the good word, the twin word, intersecting 2U's in, 2U's human path, to open the gift of light, the snake in the box that pops, perhaps on 95 or at 9 to 5, as the eagle celebrates the ground or the grand mother opening. That could be a grand opening as well, but the grand mother opening of the rolling stone. Remember, that's the E and the 3 and the M and the W together is the gift. The rolling stone wrapped with the ash, AE on top, which is the bright light in Pleiadian, a gift that glows of freedom, free to do, the co-creation of the M. The Digamma Ree, which is a tribe of American Indians, the Digamma Ree of our energetic exchange, EE, do, MM. The 28 of the twin flames, the Kundalini snakes that rise to break the chains of the wounded warrior's journey with an open heart and a leap in their step, source direct. The American, AM, and then ER, I see it can be, but also the urgent I, the lowercase I is the chakra system, and then AN is 1. I am 1 and have already paid for my sins. Double jeopardy. I can't be tried twice for the same crime in the second coming. Paid for the ticket before they came, or parked illegally, but they already paid for it, so they can. The breaking of the chains in a huge transformation as the underlying energy of the 13 and the dream thief transition forecast by Chimp Man, and again the Nagali, I think it's Nagali, or the monkey who flew, right, rose to another level and flew over the mountain instead of having to go through it. The 46 of the lambda leap to spiral down from the root girl, the disowned self of the tree that was burned, or the small pyra for the child that was lost. The 55 in the cave of truth, the farther gate, a bold step forward in double gates, but both in the same direction, coming from 2 different perspectives. The 58 of the 4 swords and ego sublimation of the vanishing mirror, the particles smashing. Under extreme pressure, while the wheels go in 2 directions towards each other in the 5D connection of the tree, the cave, the gate, and the mirror, the oily portal, the 43 of overflow and overwhelm, and I can't take it anymore, or God as Imana, or that divine feminine, the orgasm, or the gas of co-creation of Mary Magdalene. The children's truth of innocence and Excalibur lay to rest and flooded the day the music or the muse of the inner child died or transitioned. The lambda leap, freebird style, dove right in with the 10 of that high vibration destiny, the deep diver into a task, coming together and causing a flood, allowing that high vibe destiny under the water wheels of conflicting vortices, spiraling together with higher self or divine feminine beloved heart, on fire with radical acceptance in alternating currents, tested once, one seal, only to see all and spiral on. So the monkey see, monkey do. The monkey ABC, and the monkey do re mi. So in with this Christed C and out with the divine D of the two vines, the 18 of the eyes of the eagle, on the 20 with the Feast of Plenty, the 22 of Mary Magdalene Feast Day yesterday, and the beloved's heart on fire. Romancing the all-seeing eye with sudden longing to share. Two swords in the stone, the crystal centerpiece that bees and glows, and softens to the right handlers or handler. The pulling of two swords, not just one, at the eagle's nest, two spiraling unicorns or dueling swords, and the 15 of the dust devil moving out of stagnation with wind and dirt or breath and ash, bright light and plasma ether, play asthma, play as mother, not miasma. The P of the angels, the pi shared boomerang, boom, E-rang, one equal and congruent, boo, me rang, two angels getting their wings at the same time. Source me, time, source me, to use me, source, so you are seal, or that whispering bench, that bridge, that arc, that leap of all, AWL, of the whole maker. Sophia, O you, O whispering bench, the arc, the bridge, the rainbow, to hatch one equal and congruent. Congruent being the co-rising of you, talking tree, you, the sleeping giant, motivated to create out of stagnation. Stagnation is the path of 8, unforgettable connection. The 4, 48, and 37 then came up of the caterpillar opportunity to transform through the metamorphosis to the 8 from the 4. Remember, 4 is survival, whereas 8 is creating your dreams. Survival to dream weaver, the sky dancer in surrender. The 37 of the 3 keys of alchemy and unconditional love, and flying Pisces. 2 as one into the whole pie without flipping out on each other, but folding in upon each other. Right? Daring to enter the lion's den, to 2 propellers facing off with each other and hovering in perfect suspended animation or bliss. The magician's sword, Sophia's word, with confidence in your magic. The magnesium, or the mother and God, Father, and the moisture or emotion of the inner child. The rock salt, or crystal that's not so sharp, enters the cells by melding with them, becoming one instead of poking holes in them, which comes up as that better salt. Whenever it's more natural and more mineralized, it actually can absorb into the cell better. The underlying energy of the 52 of the goddess of the moon, the Queen of Swords, holding the C, the bridge, the whispering bench, the SQ, which is the square, or the SZ, which comes up as the number or the size, perhaps the scent. To take measurements of the heart that powers to rise and stand on its tippy toes. As the 36th second chakra, Archangel Ariel, is the bird spiraling to see above the Atlantean Isle of intent, to breathe life into the sea again, or the womb. The 51 of the King of Swords, healer of the ages, as the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here, as she places that moon in his auric crown, the angel's crown of light, the 2 birthing the 3 into the 7 key of community, the chariot or vehicle of not fireworks, but the boomerang, gamma ray, that always returns to them and doesn't waste energy, using the community to get the word out. At 154, which is the Magician or masculine, and the Page of Swords energy. And that can represent the Mercury energy as well. So at 155, the Ace of Swords, the 53 and the 45 are the Knight of Swords and the Magician in the mirror, and the man holding his heart, or a heart. The key of the messenger of truth to mirror energy with their hands, to reflect and heal hearts. Remember that the heart is 2 gamma waves facing each other, the 2 boomerangs, the 2 keys, the 2 pies who share each other's insides, the 31 of the door to value, what opens doors, what floats your boat, your ark, your bridge, reflecting to leap to Father before beginning again. Beginning is beginning, Gandhi's cotton gin and the spinning wheel. The 159 of the moment before, the 44, 22, 21, 12, 6, and 10. Hercules, her harvest, her heart, grounding, integrating, and learning how to receive love. At the 5D station of yin and yang, and the Fool's Leap of 21, of the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine, with strategy to be whole and complete, with world at their fingertips. Navigating the 12 of wisdom of the Hanging Man, the temple path in the Garden of Prayer, the 9 pillars domed, treed umbrella, which references the umbrella of the forest or the jungle, the lover's covenant, what covers and balances when destined storm is coming to clear the path. The 26 of the Page of Wands with hostilities to get out, the Page of Wands holding a large heavy sword that needs to be laid down, their thorny crown. Perhaps father and son here issue that needs to resolve before the man with a heart can give it to the woman with a heart. The 26 of the Page of Wands feminine perhaps is being called to be true to herself and her lion's heart. The 16 of the sudden inner truths bubbling up from the root of the 14 with assurance that with patience this too shall pass, as the 19 sun with a shift in your energy from feminine to masculine hovering as the little fairy girl pauses with the tree trunk in her lamb de leap, so hanging out with father before seeing the big picture, before going to help others. Remember to put on your mask, so to speak, your mother's energy, to remain calm at 211. The 48 of hope and happiness, wild and free, at the shore of Aquarius with rainbow hair. The 35 of the wounded warrior and that culmination of their vision of old, the old way of doing things. The 50 of the 10 of cups in the new magical tree with the polarized gateway with reflecting hearts. A purple heart at 214, which is Valentine's Day, of the Divine Feminine, the Q, and the 14 of that higher love. The 1 and the 13 of the Divine Masculine, and the Magician's transition to be, to make a wish and blow for the renewal of peace, which peace is the P and the seal, or to see. The pea in the pod that's no longer sealed, as the little fairy child lay in the nook of your tree, and all the animals come to see. May the rain of blessings fall at 216, which is the Twin Towers, the intersection of 2 U's in the toers, my toes. And so it is, mitosis, at 217, the Divine Feminine and Queen, and the 17 of the star. So there you go, the star that you are. And just a quick pull, and I'll just do it from the Fortune's Oracle, and then I'm going to let you go. 34, 35 it was right here, which is the energetic exchange of the wounded warrior. It's 5:07 on the clock, which is the Hierophant and the Chariot. But again, it's also the S and the 7 key. the gamma ray, the boomerang, the pie. That's shared. All right, you have the cracker, and there's that fireworks energy. Then again, it's folding in upon itself, right? That's what the pressure building up is instead of letting all that pressure go, learning how to recycle it in that 8 of the twin flame union. And then there's the star that we ended the message on, the 29 of being present in the moment, the gift from the stars, the star that you are, right? Which when it keeps cycling, it becomes that supernova moment of a new star, okay? And then again, I'm just getting Madonna, and I can't even think of the words. You are my lucky star. And there's a couple more cards that want to be seen, but the bottom of the deck here is the Chariot and Cinderella's Chariot. I love this card. The 6 of the Lovers and family and the spiraling energy. Charge ahead with confidence. Stay strong and focused as you deal with this boomerang energy of boom, e-rang, or boo, me-rang. So it's again going back and forth with each other, creating the star, that supernova moment with luck, and you are my lucky star, the 19 of the sun. You are my lucky star. The again, the boomerang of the 7, which is the Chariot, to the sun, being present to your gifts. So it's like as you connect with each other, you keep winding up and up and up towards the sun, ultimately becoming the star that you are. So the other cards here that still want to come out as well is the unity of the hand fasting here, the 34, the energetic exchange and arrows of love, a time of divine understanding, of renewal, peace, and hope. You radiate and attract great love. And then these two came out together. The 23 of the King of Wands, owl, the wise owl between the 2 stars, you see that. And then the 35 of the wounded warrior, and their wish of that glowing heart, of their heart being able to be an open book. Your heart's desire is ready to come true between the 2 fire energies of the King of Wands and the wounded warrior here, right? One learning to balance their passions and one learning to let go of their wounds and be an open book and be wise over here with their passions, okay? So really cool energies there for you. All right, guys, I'm going to go. Remember to drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. It's all about just being balanced and being present so that you can stay happy. And breathe. So rise and be love, you guys. I'll see you guys soon. Have an amazing day. I hope you liked this message and enjoyed the energies. See you soon.